Hi there, honey. Listen, can I call you honey? I only ask that because it's relevant to this ad. We all shop online, we've seen that promo code field taunt us at the checkout. I never seem to remember what is the promo code, but guess what? I don't have to anymore. Thanks to Honey. Manually searching for coupon codes. Ooh, that's in the Stone Age, baby. It's a thing of the past. Honey is the free shopping tool that scours the internet for promo codes and applies the best one it finds to your cart. Imagine it's like the true detective, okay? It's like the mayor of Easttown when it comes to promo codes. She's got a ponytail and she's looking all over for that code and she's going to find it. She's got some personal issues to work through first, but you better believe she's going to find it and she's not going to charge you. Imagine you're shopping on one of your favorite sites, okay? And when you check out, boop, that Honey button drops down and all you have to do is click apply coupons. But what's the catch? I don't think there is one. In fact, I know there's not. Listen, I used Honey the other day and I saved $45 on a blender. I don't have a lot of money. I don't, but I love to blend. I love to juice. And I saved $45. And you know what I did with that $45? I went out to the movies with my niece. Now, Honey's got over 17 million members, over $2 billion in savings. That's what that means. I'm going to say it again, $2 billion in savings for 17 million members. You gotta join Honey. Listen, if you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out on free savings. It's literally free and installs in a few seconds. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid and supporting this podcast. I'd never recommend something I don't use, okay? Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/bald. That's joinhoney.com/bald. Hi, sweetie. Is there something that's interfering with you achieving the happiness that you deserve? An obstacle coming between you and your goals? Well, if that's the case, please don't be afraid, because BetterHelp is there to help. BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can connect in a safe and private online environment. That's right, online, all from the comfort of your home. You can send a message to your counselor at any time of day or night, and you'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, all without ever having to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. Isn't that nice, honey? Listen, BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it really easy and really free to change counselors if needed. It's much more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and guess what? Financial aid, it's available. That's nice, huh? The service is available for clients worldwide. All around the world, people are getting help, and I think that's a lot better, huh? You can find the particular expertise you need. Don't limit yourself to the counselors located near you. Maybe you're in a small town, there's only one therapist, and he's really bad. That's not good. Licensed professional counselors have specialties in depression, stress, anxiety, relationships, sleeping, trauma, anger, family conflicts, and so much more. Everything you share is totally confidential. It's convenient, it's professional, it's affordable. Isn't that better, honey? I want you to start living a happier life today. As a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/bald. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bald.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for listening to The Bald and the Beautiful with Trixie Mattel and Katya Zamolodchikova. This week we are revisiting our very first episode, the inaugural edition of The Bald and the Beautiful. Next week we will be back with some very lovely surprises, so stay tuned and have a lovely week. Happy listening.
Okay, hey, listen, hi.
Well, we did it.
We did it. Well, we got it.
We found a way to not get in drag ever again.
This is Katya.
I'm Trixie.
And because we've appeared so many times in so many forms in a video format, we thought we'd finally give you a boner break just so that you can focus on our voices.
You know, I hate the worst part about drag is that because I'm so beautiful and so sexy, some would say erotic, if you will. Thank you.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes, you're welcome.
It's hard for people to listen to my thoughts because instead of what's in my head, they're thinking of putting their dick in my head through my mouth and also other parts of my body.
You're just a big blonde bimbo with huge fuckable titties.
And what? And something I think we really need to establish is obviously welcome to this brand new podcast.
Yes.
This was inspired by many people through the years reaching out and saying, you know what? I'll put one of your YouTube shows, whatever, on in the car, and I'll just let it play like it's a podcast.
Yeah.
Which I don't recommend.
I don't recommend that
Watching
either.
things on your phone while you're driving.
No. But what I do recommend is subscribing to this podcast because this is a podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
And you know what? I'm going to make a commitment right here and now on this. I'm going to interrupt you less.
Oh, now, okay. I'm so glad you mentioned that because I was going to bring a dinger. Ding. Oh, I was going to bring a dinger. I don't have a dinger, but I'll bring a dinger next time. An interrupting dinger.
You know what we should... Here, wait. I have something.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That's the shade button.
But something I want to incorporate into this too is we should do sound effects.
Sound effects, yeah.
And I also want to. I think we're always Trixie and Katya, and I think in this, I think it should be Katya and Trixie.
Alphabetical.
Yes.
Alphabetical.
Because now that I'm not in drag, you know, I'm not going to eclipse you as much.
Right.
Physically eclipse you, by the way, by being several inches taller than you, wider than you, with bigger hair.
I know if I turn sideways, I'd just become invisible.
You know when people ask you what's it like living in my shadow, they don't mean I'm more famous
cool.
than you.
It's very cool and comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a wig. Now, this is called The Bald and the Beautiful. We are, in fact, two bald faggy fucks.
I love the concept.
I do too.
You know, you came up with it.
Yes, I did. It's from a soap opera. Have you ever seen The Bold and the Beautiful?
I have not.
Neither have I. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but I think that on this show, we intend to, listen, we don't endorse or, how do I say this? Whether or not you believe in certain beauty things mattering or not mattering in society, we are here to objectively talk about people's relationships with beauty.
Yeah.
Be it like hair extensions and lipstick, or body image, or perfume, or celebrity beauty trends.
Yeah. Or the rejection of those things. Like, you know, the people who say, I'm not interested in all that. I'm looking for a natural lady. Right. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know her?
Ginger? Yeah. Definitely.
So I mean, and we're going to talk about our relationship to and our rejection of and our participation in and our rejection of certain concepts of beauty, style, fashion, yada yada, and also you know other people's.
And we're very passionate about both the extremes of beauty. I mean, like.
Oh yes.
Wiglets and eyebrow tattoos and all that. But I also love people just flat out saying this was the age I, you know, like stopped wearing concealer, period. Or male celebrities doing spray tans. I mean, that counts as beauty. There's a lot of
toupees. Gluing on a piece.
A piece.
Gluing on a piece.
A hair system.
Have you ever read that? Did you have to read that book in school called A Separate Piece? Do you know what that was called?
Is it about a wig?
That was about a wig, about a wiglet, about a man's journey with a piece, gluing it on every day. But I'm fascinated because my interest in beauty and my participation in beauty goes into the grotesque.
Well, that's why I think you and I are very qualified to talk about some of this stuff. Because let's be honest, we have infiltrated an entire industry that hinges on being gorgeous. Just to get your foot in the door, that foot has to be pedicured.
Yep.
And you and I, out of drag, let's be honest.
It's a gnarled claw.
Yes. If we were at a gay bar and we weren't gay famous, ain't nobody would talk to us. If I was a bathroom attendant at a gay bar, people wouldn't even take a Starburst from me.
Yeah. And that's why we're in the very unique position of straddling both worlds, one of Middle Earth and one of Hollywood.
Yeah, really.
You know? Yeah.
Because out of drag, we really get to parody and use all the tropes of Americanized beauty to our advantage by both making fun of it, but also, I mean, even if we're making fun of it, we still look great.
And profiting off of it.
And profiting off of it.
Yeah.
So I think like as drag queens, especially you and I, we both like make fun of beauty standards, but we also sort of celebrate that like you can be kind of not that great and you can invoke the smoke and the mirrors and the spells and the pentagrams and turn into a pretty passable person.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm extremely passable.
And and something I've found about cosmetics and beauty and perfume and everything is it's an industry that's never the same. People have different relationships with beauty and stuff all the time.
Yeah, and also I'm fascinated. I mean, I'm fascinated by your participation in the business side of it because the trend factor of like beauty trends makes my head spin.
Yeah, I mean, whether or not, even people, let's say you're not a person who wears makeup or whatever, whether or not you believe in it, quote unquote, look at the industry.
Mm-hmm. Billions,
beauty has been
trillions.
one of the biggest industries you can be in forever, and it's never going to go anywhere.
No.
And the technology is always changing.
Yeah.
And celebrities using it or abusing it is always changing.
Yeah.
And we have so many people in our lives as Trixie and Katya. We've gotten to meet so many makeup artists, stylists, designers, models, drag queens. We know some of the people who are probably the most influential in beauty.
Yeah.
Casually, we know
in
them.
front and behind the camera. And I usually find that the people in behind the camera are the more fascinating ones.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm so happy you brought that up. Pivoting to the left. Yeah, it's.
Wait, let me ask you right now, though.
What?
Do you feel beautiful right now?
Yeah,
at this moment?
I do. What?
Do you? Tell me. Describe to me how beautiful you are.
Well, speaking of beauty, it's COVID. Them are COVID toms. Them are ending toms.
Yeah, it's these strong times.
And I was on a run the other day, and I ran by the Ulta, and I was bewitched. And I went, I haven't been inside like a beauty store of any kind in a long time. And I had my mask on. I went in there and I shopped for makeup because I'm so tan, I don't match anything. Oh. And it was just so magical to be at a makeup store.
Real? Okay, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And all the testers are taped shut because of COVID.
I was going to ask, did they let you test anything?
No, nothing is even openable.
Leave it up to chance.
So I had to just by eye sort of match some products for myself. And I got home and I guess I'm still tan enough that still nothing, it's all too light, but that's okay.
It's okay.
You know what else? I mean, you don't shop for makeup or anything.
Not really. No, I don't.
Your favorite product is whatever gets sent in the mail.
Whatever gets in the mail. And what I do is I go to the makeup store. I did go to the makeup store to get something. I don't remember what, but I go in there, pretend like I've never bought makeup in my life. And I ask a question. I was like, what is an eyeliner?
No, you don't.
I do.
Well, because of the way I look out of drag, which is, let's just say I don't look like a fierce YouTube makeup person going people think I'm shopping
You
for
look
someone.
like Bob the Builder.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But now I'm actually too famous. Now at Ulta's and Sephora's or Max, I get the primo treatment because they know who I am.
Well, see, I'll either do what I said first or I'll do the other thing. I was like, I'm shopping for my girlfriend. And she's
My girlfriend. I'm shopping for my girlfriend.
I'm shopping for my girlfriend.
Skin. Do you have anything for skin?
She's really good skin. And she also likes to highlight her eyes.
What does she look like?
Okay, she has 2 eyes.
Long hair.
Long hair. She got 6 teeth. She got 6 of them.
A sweating like Nick. She's sweating like Nick. No, but I mean,
And not just makeup and hair. I hope on this show we could talk about I don't want to say inner beauty, but let's say self-image.
no, I want to talk about interview. I want to
Yeah, like self-image,
So-
body image.
What do you think inner beauty is? Inner beauty is a crock of shit.
You think?
Yeah, I know. Inner beauty is a crock of shit. Let me tell you, a good character is attractive.
Well, this is the tea. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right?
Yeah, sure.
And let's say I think standing by your word is really important. If you're somebody who stands by your word, I would find that attractive and beautiful.
Would you say beautiful?
I mean, what do we attribute to inner beauty? Confidence, kindness, compassion,
Intelligence,
intelligence,
all of
probably.
the pillars of a good character.
Yeah.
Yeah, honesty.
And you know my favorite phrase, God doesn't give with both hands.
He sure doesn't.
So I as an ugly person, I only get by when I see a hot person, I go, they're an idiot and they're a terrible person.
Idiot, rotted, yeah.
Which is why we have so many friends. Let's see. Devin Green, for example.
Yep.
Gorgeous,
Yep.
nice, smart, fun, interesting.
Generous, compassionate.
Yeah. I pretend people like her don't
trustworthy,
exist.
yeah.
People who have it all, you know?
Well, she comes from Canada, though.
She's cheating
Northern
the system.
Canada.
Yeah. Well, all of Canada's northern.
Oh.
That's true.
She's from Southern Canada.
She's from Manitoba. I'm not sure that place actually exists. You know what I mean? Just in terms of she's from the netherworld. She's otherworldly is what I'm trying to say. She's the exception.
She's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
You come from New Zealand. And then other aspects of beauty I think we could talk about include fitness for sure.
Yeah.
Or body positivity, relationships with yourselves at different weights. I mean,
body modification.
Body modifications. God, do we have people who could inform us on that on this show?
We could talk about locational differences because I mean, I'm sure you've noticed, but moving from Wisconsin to LA, me moving from New England to LA, the whole Scrabble board is shuffled around.
Yep.
I literally just got my lips done, and Mary, I want more.
Yeah, the Scrabble board gets shuffled around, and I guess what you call it in sports.
Football?
The first down for what you would consider too much plastic surgery. Once you've lived here, it moves.
Oh yeah.
And pretty soon what was noticeable is not like to me when I first moved here and I saw people with work done, it was like a conversation I had for 2 days. I saw this lady who had big lips, whatever.
Yeah.
And now I don't even think about it.
Yeah, it does. You get completely used to it, and it's like the line of what is too much is kind of like way far off in the distance.
Now my story is like we went to Gelson's and found parking. You know,
that's the unicorn.
That's my hot story, hot takes. Yeah. Oh, and you know, we have so many people in our lives who I can't wait to have on here, especially since we know so many funny people. We know so many people who are famous but still do their own hair and makeup.
Yeah.
People who choose not to wear makeup.
Yeah.
I mean, neither of us have hair.
We're bald as fuck.
Bald.
I recently shaved my head down to the skin. I'm wearing a wig right now just for personal safety.
You look like a hard-boiled egg.
Hard-boiled egg. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't feel safe unless I have my wig lid on.
An egg that's been rode hard and put away boiled. That's what you looked like.
Yeah. But I shaved it down to the skin in the shower. It was a revelation. It's
kind of fun.
It was really fun. It was really interesting. I thought I was going to rake off the epidermis and I'd be like Hellraiser. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Pinhead. But it actually came out pretty smooth. However, because I have pretty severely shaved 3/4 of my eyebrows off, I've been experimenting with daytime makeup, which is the pencil. Makes a huge difference.
I couldn't even tell until you mentioned something.
Yeah. It's essential
which is crazy because I've never seen you wear out of drag not a stitch of makeup, really ever.
I can't do it. Yeah. I can't. There's a line because I think it's about it's a part of male privilege that I enjoy to the max.
Is being gutter,
walking
devil's
out
rejects.
of my apartment looking like the roadkill, looking like roadkill from the Devil's Rejects, and being able to like walk through society and have that be acceptable.
Looking like a burnt pancake. Looking like
a burnt pancake on a wheelbarrow. Like that's what I
look like. Yeah, you look like a rubber Bart Simpson toy that melted in the sun.
Yeah, but I also have to face my I want to face my I have certain prejudices and certain preconceived judgments of men who wear makeup, and I want to face that, like I'm on Tyra Banks' show, or like I'm on Maury
Do you know
Povich.
I wear makeup?
I do,
and
I'm ashamed. I'm just kidding.
I pretty much out of drag. I pretty much wear like a tinted moisturizer, tinted sunscreen every single day.
Okay, and that is for
sunblock
and
moisturization, and it just evens out my face.
So it's a twofer. It's protection and vanity.
Yeah, and most of them also are like anti-pollutants, and it has all that to it too.
Free radicals.
Yeah, and then my brows aren't very full, so I wear gel every day.
You wearing it right now?
Like a brow mascara. Yeah.
You wearing it right now?
Mm-hmm.
Can't tell at all.
Yeah, it just coats the hair because I have a lot of hairs, but they're not very dark, so it just makes them more. And because I'm so no hair on my head.
Yeah.
For me, and you're kind of blonde. Oh. Which is a little more forgiving, I think, with eyebrows.
It is forgiving because they're barely there, but they are there. Yeah. Because once you get rid of them,
it's off the rails. Ooh. I wear a little concealer sometimes under the eyes. If I'm really tan, I do a little bronzer so that I match my body.
Oh.
Then I do a full lip. Then I do a
lip
three shadows. Yeah, no.
Bottom lashes.
I always wear lip balm.
Fake jewelry.
Yeah. And then I wear cologne pretty much, honestly, literally everywhere but bed. I wear cologne all the time.
I do that too. But I also, I smoke, which is great for the skin.
I smoke. Oh, I smoke. Yeah.
I wear perfume.
Yeah, you wear cologne. I've seen you wear cologne. Is the smoking kind of part of what makes you wear cologne?
Absolutely. Also, the smelling like shit.
Do you like shopping?
I smell like shit. Have you ever driven cross country?
Yeah.
You ever stopped in Arkansas and picked up a dead hog and smelled its asshole?
Okay.
That's what I smell like.
Smell like an armadillo that got eaten from the inside out.
Yes. The past 2 days,
Yeah.
I lift up my arms and I smell my armpits and I recoil in terror, in horror.
Well, some of the people listening might know us from the New York Times bestseller list. And in that book we wrote, Trixie and Katya's Guide to Modern Womanhood, now available everywhere. Yeah. There's a part where you mention your relationship with hygiene, which I think counts as beauty.
Absolutely.
Hygiene.
Yeah.
And somebody had to tell you smell.
They had to tell me to my face in the bed.
You didn't say it was me in the book, but it was.
He told me but guess what? I had the audacity to invite this man into my bed for a sexual purpose.
Yeah.
In a sexual purpose that involved oral sex of some kind or another. You can imagine, connect the dots.
Yeah.
And I allowed him to enter my cave with it being filled with corpses.
Right. House of a Thousand Corpses. That's your crotch is House of a Thousand Corpses. There was this girl I went to high school with, and she wore, I didn't know at the time. When you're a teenager, you don't know what foundation is, whatever. She wore liquid foundation with no powder, and she had super oily skin. So she looked one color. Wet all day. And people called her POD. Pile of death. Isn't that wrong? I don't even remember her name.
I am more.
And I remember the gay boy in our school was like, it's like she's not even powdering her foundation.
I am more horrified by the fact that it was understood what that acronym meant.
Yep.
POD?
POD, pile of death. Girl, small towns, there was a girl who had a mole between her eyes, a big mole between her eyes, and people called her third eye blind.
Oh,
Third eye blind.
Third eye blind.
Girl, I went to school with the girl, Penny Nickel.
How about Precious
She
Valentine?
went to Crivets, Wisconsin. Well, I won't say where she's from because she went to Crivets, Wisconsin, but she was a girl, Penny Nickel. I went to kindergarten with her, and people called her Sixth Sense. The Sixth Sense.
Okay.
At least that's creative.
That's clever.
Yeah.
I feel like that's clever.
Bullying is fine as long as it's clever.
Yeah. It's got to involve a significant amount of wordplay for it to be. Did you get bullied? Did you get bullied?
No.
Did you?
People maybe call me fag, but honestly, at the risk of sounding controversial yet brave, being called a fag never really bothered me that much.
Because you were a fag.
Yeah, and I was just like, I live in a small town, and like the guy who drives the Chevy drove by and called me a fag. Who cared? Like, I don't know. It wasn't the end of the world to me.
Yeah, and you didn't get beat up, so that's okay.
Yeah.
I think when it, obviously.
And I wasn't out. I think it's worse if you're out. And when you're from such a small town like I was, the kids I went to kindergarten with were the same kids I graduated with. Oh, so like, I might be gay, but you knew me since I was 5.
Yeah, you've been new sis.
Yeah, you might not even totally, or you know what happened a lot? In a group, those guys would be mean to me, but one-on-one, they wouldn't. So it's almost like that mentality of like, if they're in a group, they'll say faggot, but not one-on-one.
That societal pressure, because one-on-one, they were,
They wanted it.
Yeah.
Did
you ever get it?
No, but one of the gay guys I went to high school with, Corey. Hi, Corey. He cuts my hair whenever I go to Milwaukee. He was openly gay. And when you're closeted in high school, the openly gay kid is like, how could you do it? And thank God you're being gay so no one looks at me.
Exactly. Deflecting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, but when you're insecure, thank God for that gay kid who takes the brunt of it.
I completely agree.
He was really gay and he got laid left and right because he would go to these, why am I whispering like these people are listening? He would get laid left and right. He would go to these high school parties and like he would get laid.
We got to have him on the pod.
We absolutely do.
I want him on the pod. I want to know about this.
I would love to have him. If you think my accent is strong, he's full Wisconsin. You guys want to go to a car? Have fun in the car. Or like
try the Vince Camuto.
Try the Vince Camuto. You guys, Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday, free tote bag. If you guys don't know, that's when I worked in the beauty department at Macy's at Mayfair Mall.
Oh my God.
So I worked front desk at a salon. I went to beauty school. What are you bringing to this? I have so much expertise.
I think just natural beauty, effortless glamour.
You're actually a lot more informed about, I think, celebrity beauty than I am.
Yes, a celebrity beauty and fashion, and also the ins and outs of alluring a man. I misspoke. Luring a man into
a hole.
Into a hole, because I have a lot of experience with what the bare minimum of what it takes to achieve a certain level of beauty that is acceptable to invite a man over into my house to do sex to me. And then you know, all those different stages in between of like, what is the full drag fantasy and what is the absolute, like, you know, crypt keeper minimum.
Well, you've also built a character that is sort of built on what society thinks a sex worker looks like.
Sure. Yeah, and I also look like who done it and ran out of drag, which is, I think, is like there's a wide chasm to cross when it comes to like from zero to drag.
Completely.
Yeah.
That's why I think that we're going to be able to give really objective and interesting points of view, because if we were two people who were hot in and out of their getup, how informed could you be? Because when you're truly beautiful, your life is just different.
Yeah,
your life is
pretty
different
privilege.
from birth.
Pretty privilege.
Everything you say is funnier. Every job you probably, hot people get hired easier. They get into college. The hot people get everything.
They get everything.
And for people like us who've gotten a lot of stuff, knock on wood, by honestly, we impersonate a hot person.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
By hook or by crook.
Yeah. Really?
Yep. All right, so let's take a little break. We'll see you in a bit.
Are you feeling sexy for the summertime? Well, I don't know about you, Mitzi Lou, but my name is Beth, and I'm skirting death by being alive. I want to talk to you about what I'm going to do this summer. Mainly show off my legs. Listen, I've been off my shaving game for the winter, but with the warmer weather in summer right around the corner, I can't wait to get back into my regular leggy showing routine. That first shave after letting your hair grow for a while. Oh, it's so satisfying. You know what I do? I shave my whole leg. That's right up to the top of the leg, because I like to wear teeny tiny little skirts or itsy bitsy little shorts, and I show my whole leg. I need that leg to be smoother than smooth, like a marble statue. And guess what? The Athena Club razor is the only one that does the job right. Athena's Club razors got thousands of 5-star reviews, designed with the built-in skin guards and an innovative handle that helps prevent razor burn on my luscious, lady, curvy legs. Plus, the razor blade is surrounded by a water-activated serum with shea butter and hyaluronic acid, which is the holy grail for skincare. Best part of it is, razor kit's only $9. Comes with your choice of handle color, extra blade, and a magnetic hook for easy shower storage. Whoa! Athena Club also has the dreamiest shave foam that's back in stock, honey. The Athena Club razor and shave foam will leave your skin soft, hydrated, smooth. My entire leg, from the bottom to the top, smoother than ever. I gotta tell you, I personally love the shave foam. Better shave foam than I've ever used any other shave foam. Pales in comparison. The shave I get is unparalleled. My legs from the bottom to the top are so smooth, you swear you're feeling a marble statue that's been heated up in the micro. Ha ha! You know what I love about shaving? It's not a chore. It's me time with the Athena Club razor. I got the blue one. I hook the magnet to the shower door and it's right there. So convenient, so lovely, so blue. Show your skin you care with the Athena Club razor kit. Sign up today and you'll get 20% off your first order. Just go to athenaclub.com and use promo code BALD. That's ATHENACLUB.com with promo code BALD for 20% off. Oh my God, have I got a story to tell you? Let me start right now. It's about Squarespace. That's right. What is it? Oh, just listen. Squarespace empowers millions of dreamers, makers, and doers by providing them the tools they need to bring their creative ideas to life. On Squarespace's dynamic all-in-one platform, customers like me and you can build a website, claim a domain, sell online, and market a brand. And, oh my God, their products combine cutting-edge design and world-class engineering, which makes it easier than ever to establish your online presence. Squarespace is perfect for people who are ready to make their ideas a reality and want those ideas to stand out. That's right. All-in-one, baby. Domains, websites, online stores, marketing tools, and analytics. E-commerce, you say? Well, I say as well. Whether you're just getting started or an established brand, Squarespace is a powerful e-commerce platform designed to help your business grow. But what about marketing tools? Oh, well, email marketing. Yeah, they've got it. SEO tools, Google Search Consoles, SEO panels, even social media integration, which displays posts from your social profiles on your websites. How do they do it? I don't know. It's Squarespace. Analytics. Gain powerful insights about your site visitors and how they interact with your content with our in-depth website analytic tools. I was a nobody. I was a nothing until I made my website using Squarespace, and look at me now. I've got tens of hundreds, even thousands, some might even say millions of fans who are able to peruse my whereabouts, know where I'm going, what I'm doing, and what I'm selling. Please, I beg you, head to squarespace.com/bald for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the offer code BALD to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/bald.
And we're back. I like this.
I do too.
I'm also holding the microphone like I'm like at a show because I haven't done a show in a long time.
I know.
And I miss holding a microphone.
I gotta tell you, I miss it too.
I miss holding.
And as much as I love wireless microphones, because I travel with a pink wireless.
Do you?
Yeah.
What do you do with your hand? Oh, you play the guitar.
I play the guitar. So that keeps both my hands pretty busy. I'll let you know when I learn to play with one hand.
I don't know what I would. I don't know what I would have restless hands. Well, I'd probably start touching people.
I love the cordless mic, but there's something about being on stage with the cord.
Yeah.
It makes me think of like when I was a kid wanting to be a performer, what that choreography was like, having a cable.
I do not like,
you don't like the cable?
Cord.
Oh, I do.
No.
It makes me feel like a real stand-up.
Oh, I don't want to be a real stand-up. I just want to have the microphone. And I feel like I'm going to do that like cartoon thing where I'm going to trip myself. I'm going to like wrap it around my legs, trip, and everybody's going to laugh at me. Do you know what I mean?
Would you ever get one of those like truth or dare mics? Would you ever start wearing a head mic?
Absolutely not, because then I feel like a telemarketer.
Or TED Talk or Tony Robinson.
Yeah, I'd feel like a snake oil charlatan, a TED Talk speaker, or a telemarketer. A lot of T's.
Yes.
Yeah. I love a strong wireless mic with a bright thing on it, you know what I mean? So I can, with a battery, I just feel like a lot of safety in that.
If we're talking beauty, we're also talking like glamour. For you, who is the gaggiest epitome of glamour? Your jaw drops every time. You wish you could just dive into their closet and take everything home with you.
I mean, I'd probably say Naomi Campbell.
That's a great choice.
Never seen her look bad. Can wear anything. Even with at the most glam to the most pared down, it's impossible. It's an impossible level of glamour and beauty because of the physicality of her bone structure.
In the face.
The face, the body, and it also the fact that there's been literally like no, there's no difference. The aging process has not degraded her glamour in the least at all.
At all.
It's
almost showcased it because it's made her glamour feel more like...
It's gilded.
Yeah, 21-year-old looks like that. But for now, it's like, that is an older woman.
Yeah, and it's shocking. Like, it's shocking. If you see her, it's shocking.
You'll get to meet her someday.
I would love to meet her. Who have you met in real life? Who in real life, in real time, has taken your breath away?
Amanda every time.
Amanda. Okay.
Amanda every time. I've been Amanda probably 5 times.
Amanda Lepore.
Yeah, Amanda Lepore.
People at home.
I met her probably 5 times. And I mean, like when I was 18, like moving to my first apartment, buying makeup from CVS, being like, I'm going to do drag. And I saw pictures of Amanda and I was like, oh my God, that's what I want to look like, which hasn't happened. But every time I meet her, It's just, and because she lives in New York, New Yorkers see her all the time at clubs.
Yeah.
They're not even impressed anymore.
Right.
And I'm like, there's a unicorn in the room.
Right.
It's
And
like
she is
she's
that.
levitating.
Yeah, she is that.
The skin, the décolletage, the boobs. It's just perfect and petite, and the little voice. It's like she stepped out of a cartoon.
Yeah.
And I admire that not because I find her beauty relatable, but I find her commitment to beauty extremely inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
If Amanda can do that every day, you can get in the shower.
I feel very attacked. Because I find getting into the shower every day something of a challenge.
Well, quarantine especially. When quarantine started, I was like, I haven't showered in 4 days. Am I gross?
Oh yeah, I can relate to that.
Like because once I never realized how much getting in drag creates shower moments for me.
Drag was my whole. I'm taking my wig off so I can get real. The drag for me for the longest time was the only consistent benchmark for hygiene.
Yes.
Because on drag days I would get into the shower before the show, get into the shower after the show. So that's at least two showers, sometimes 3 a day in drag. If the show is very late in the day, I would have showered in the morning perhaps. But so that's at least 3 times in the shower. That's a very clean person.
Yeah.
That's a very
3
clean
times
person.
a day?
At least 2, sometimes 3 a day if there's a show. Because I always get in, I don't take my makeup off and just stew in because you know how much I sweat. I have to get in the shower after the gig.
Yeah. Well, you and I have both talked about sometimes we've done the neck down makeup, the neck down drag shower, and you do it with the wig clipped up.
Oh, but listen. So this is to be like, this is when I knew I was a little bit different.
This is honestly one of those moments where, as a drag performer, it's one of those moments where I might relate more to a person who identifies as female than a person who identifies as male.
Yes.
Because I don't like being in half drag, period.
Uh-huh.
I want to be a woman or a man.
So this is, let me set it up. So I would do a show and I would organize a rendezvous with a gentleman caller for after the show. But of course, I've done 5 numbers in boiling heat. So
Is it Jacques?
It's Jacques. So I'm from the neck down, it is hammer time on every orifice and crevice in it. So we have to do a little freshening up. However, the mug is still right. Wow. So I get into the shower, we do a neck down shower. But here's a twist.
Because your skin's kind of dry, right?
Yes, extremely dry. So any sweating just sets the makeup.
Uh-huh.
I don't get
Same.
oily or shiny.
Same.
Yeah. So I get into the shower. I put the wig up.
In like an alligator clip?
In a claw clip. Now, this is before lace fronts. This is a $35 wig.
That could have just
easily be snatched. That can easily, with one pinky just snatched right on, put on a hanger. This is not a unit that is glued to my head at all. This is a shitty shake and go wig that is about to get cum in it that I keep on. I go to great lengths to clip, sometimes a scrunchie, and a clip in the back to keep it off the nape of my neck. And I get in the shower and I feel like Kate Moss.
I don't blame you. I did something really similar recently. This year I was on tour with Grown Up, and which is coming to all over the world. And my band is all straight, right? And this is my first time probably living with straight men in close quarters and working with them all day. Probably my whole life.
Okay, yeah.
Never been that close to straight people before. Yeah. Straight guys especially.
They're very straight. I met them.
They're very straight and so accepting of how gay I am. They don't even bat an eye.
Yeah.
They're so proud to be in the show, whatever. But because they were straight boys, and I'm a drag queen, and so when I'm in drag, I do feel like the girl.
Yeah.
If we were backstage and I was in like my backstage look, like a robe, I had like bandana. So I would take the fall off and I would wrap a bandana on my head like Rosie the Riveter. Like I just tied my hair up between numbers because I was too embarrassed to run around bald. So I would keep the wig on with my makeup on, like, oh, I'm just a girl backstage getting ready.
Yeah.
And a few days into the tour, that sort of showmanship wore off. Yes. And eventually I was like, they don't care.
Yeah, fuck these hoes. They're not sniffing.
Yeah, but the first few days I was like, oh, I don't want them to,
oh my God, I dropped some.
Not that I wanted them to think I was cool, but like the woman in me was like, I can't show my unmentionables. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I miss that.
Doing drag?
I miss doing the after gigs.
You miss doing the
feeling like a woman.
You know what I don't like about it for you though? You're too famous now.
No, yeah, it can't happen.
Can't do it anymore.
I thought about it. I thought about getting on grind. So this is a in terms of like beauty, in terms of feeling, attractive, feeling sexy, and projecting an image out there. Say we have social media or apps like hookup apps. I could do, you know, me out of drag Brian, which is so problematic in so many ways. And then, but trying to do a drag profile, say for example on Grindr, which is what a lot of people do, because there's a lot of guys who go for that kind of thing on Grindr now. But I can't do that either, because all I'm going to do is get messages from gay guys like, hey girl, love your show, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I have
do?
a Grindr that's pretty much at least half the messages.
What do you show? You show your face?
Yeah, I don't care. You know what I tell myself?
inspiring.
Well, first of all, background for the audience. Some of the people just listening might not have known that you used to be a professional escort on the side.
Yeah. Part-time hooker.
Yeah, and after the shows, you would hook up.
Yeah.
And you
I would
missed
hook up either
that.
for money or for fun, sometimes both.
And that's almost like a whole nother personality besides drag.
And I'm telling, and I was very lucky. Listen, there's a lot of caveats going here, because on the one hand, I don't want to condemn or glamorize or promote a particular kind of sex work, because mine was very optional. It was very
Especially when you're working with men who, let's be honest, men who are interested in trans women or drag queens, they're usually not out.
No.
And they're usually extremely, let's say, fragile about it.
yeah, and could pivot to
volatile.
homicide.
Yeah, volatile.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a safe environment for sex workers who present as like, you know, not cis female.
Right. So I didn't realize at the time that it was so dicey, because I had, by and large, 99% of the time, a very safe experience. The only like hiccups I had was when they didn't show up.
Oh no.
That was the only depressing part, but it
like
never
a
got
cake
violent.
left out in the rain.
Oh, you have no idea. And then the desperation of me just imagine me in Leg Avenue lingerie at 1:30 in the morning on my couch smoking a cigarette, crying.
Oh God. The Leg Avenue is the sad part. Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about beauty, one of the other things we want to touch on, we want to talk to people with,
Genital
let's say,
beauty.
different genitals. Yeah. We're both really interested in interviewing somebody with a micro penis. So if anybody wants to come on the show, we'll change your voice. We'll keep you anonymous. We want to have open, frank, compassionate conversation about what that's like.
I'm so curious, and this is it's not a morbid fascination. It's not something I want to make fun of.
It's earnest.
I'm really, really, really curious about, because different genitals.
I think we should also have a conversation with the flip side, somebody with a extremely big dick, because I think that
pitfalls of a
presents
huge
different
dong.
problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another one, I would love to talk to a girl with maybe like a super small boobs versus really big boobs. That's a totally different lifestyle.
Or like a really shallow vagina.
I would love to talk to, we know somebody in the industry who had implants removed.
Yeah.
That would be interesting to hear about.
Totally. I want to hear about people with a plentiful labia.
Yeah.
Huge lips.
Yeah. And let's just put it all out there right here too. We don't know everything, and we aren't exemplary in any way. So on this show, I think we're going to learn a lot. And I can guarantee that we're not always going to, let's say, go into things with the right terminology.
Yes,
or
we're faggy bald fucks who happen to be white cis men, so we don't know shit in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So we're coming at this from a very we would like to learn. We would like to maybe perhaps the listener can learn through our ignorance, or our ignorance can be a jumping off point for education.
Because especially in beauty, it can be very touchy. You know, when I worked in cosmetics, my manager at the time, she said, we don't work in the beauty industry, we work in the self-esteem industry.
Oh.
Which is like when you're like doing someone's makeup at a counter, you're only a few wrong things from somebody like crying in a chair in front of you. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Because people come in to talk about their skin texture. I have small lips. My eyes are sagging. Why don't my eyebrows are bald? It's all their insecurities laying out Neiman Marcus. You know what I mean?
And I've experienced the same thing where I've walked into like a Nordy's after a bender, and I've looked in one of those magnifying mirrors, and I just had to leave. I left. I just
hit the button. Thank you.
I had to leave.
And you stole the mirror, didn't you?
Yeah, I ripped that mirror right off the wall,
and you just ran with it. What you didn't mention is it was a full length, and you were robbing the store. You didn't mention that, did you?
and I smashed through the window on the way out. No, sometimes with beauty, it's like, and I mean, think about how many times you've had a friend or a girlfriend or whatever, and who you think is just the epitome of glamour, is so gorgeous, effortlessly beautiful, and then, but what is your reality and their reality could not be further from. I mean, there's no correlation.
Completely.
You know?
Well, everybody's the protagonist in their own story, and everybody thinks that they are the most. Their dark circles are the darkest.
Yeah.
Their hips are the widest.
Yeah. Their pussy is the smelliest.
The tightest. My pussy is it's so tight. People have different. What I'm saying is. Again, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Same with people's flaws.
Yes.
Ugliness is sort of in the eye of the beholder, too.
I am you want to come, you're talking about ugly? Bitch, I got you. I am the ugliest piece of shit.
Do you feel good about yourself?
No.
Because out of drag, I know I'm not like Burt Reynolds, but I also... Let me just say I know that I'm not Burt Reynolds.
That's your benchmark for male beauty?
Yes, Burt Reynolds.
That's the apex for you, okay.
But I also know that like... There's enough things about me that are redeemable that someone's gonna want to fuck me.
Yeah.
And like I believe when I was on Tinder dating, I was like, I'm gonna match with someone or whatever who thinks I am exactly their type.
Yeah.
Because we're really talking about types.
Yeah.
Some people I've been with guys who are like, oh my God, the first reason I talk to you is because I love shaved heads.
Well, listen to this. The last person I hooked up with was he's like,
he was a baby and you thought you guys were the same age.
He's like, I love Nosferatu.
He did not say I love Nosferatu.
And that makes me so happy because I give out big Nosferatu vibes.
Yeah.
So I'm in the market for somebody who's looking for a malnourished, pallid cave dweller.
Right.
You know what I mean? With big teeth in dark circles and sketchy motives.
And blood. And a mouthful of blood. One of the things I run into, like, I don't think my type as a gay person matches my look as a gay person.
Say that again.
I don't think my type as a gay person. I think I have like the personality of a twink sometimes, but I have like the structure of someone's uncle.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a weird mishmash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do. You have like...
It's Freaky Friday. The dad and the daughter switched bodies. I'm in the dad's body, but
the daughter's in the dad body.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, that's my life.
Totally. I don't know what I've got going on, but the problem I have with my self-image is that it's on the horizon. I feel like it's achievable, but the clock is ticking now.
Well, I've thought about that too because
mama.
I think as gay men, a lot of us in our 20s, I mean, this isn't just a gay show. We'll talk about a lot of things, but as far as insecurity goes, as gay men in our 20s, being young makes us in some way like, okay, well, at least I'm 21.
Right.
But then, I'm 31 now and I'm like, I think I'm hitting my stride because I probably care about my body more than ever.
Yeah.
So my body's probably looking better and better all the time. My face hit the floor 3 years ago, it's getting worse in that department. But then I listen to old videos of like, I've been doing video stuff long enough. I'm like, I don't like my voice at that age, or like, I don't want my 21-year-old.
I don't want my 21-year-old attitude.
No, or my voice or my, no.
I don't even want my 21-year-old body.
You don't?
No. I was,
I was definitely naturally thinner.
You were skinny.
Much like and really skinny.
Yeah.
And I ate like an animal.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I just didn't gain weight.
We got to talk about weight too.
I mean.
Crikey,
ma'am. I mean, when we talk about beauty on this show, which I think we'll have lots of different guests of lots of different body types.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be really surprised how many people we find have issues with their body that we would never expect.
Yeah, and also because for me, skinny is not my wheelhouse for myself and for those that I desire. Skinny does not enter the picture at all.
No,
at all.
I feel the same way.
I don't like skinny.
Especially for guys, I love chubby guys.
Mama, I want to be smothered in your big fat blubbery rolls.
Girl, I want to look like I'm in a Love Sack commercial. I love big guys and girls. Love big guys. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, kids. Do you love design? Do you find that, the programs that you're using are just not that great? Well, I can relate. Prior to discovering Canva Pro, I was waddling around in a quagmire of Pixar and Photoshop, and I just really didn't know what I was doing until I discovered Canva Pro. Now, I am the Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo of illustration and online design. That's right. Yes, it's true. I wish I had known about Canva Pro earlier, but now I do. You see, it's an easy-to-use design platform that has everything you need to design like a pro. That's why it's called Canva Pro, darling. Now, whether you're a professional designer or you're just getting started, Canva Pro can help boost you and your team's productivity and creativity through the roof, darling. Into the moon, in fact. It's a quick, easy, and affordable way to design whatever you need. They've got everything. I have, for example, 75 million premium photos, videos, audio, and graphics. Plus, Canva Pro comes with time-saving tools to simplify and speed up your process, darling. You get all this and more with just one Canva Pro subscription. It's really marvelous. My personal favorite Canva Pro feature is, of course, the background remover tool. You see, I take a lot of photos in very shitty backgrounds, and often at times I really want to have a different background, so I just simply use that tool, and voila. Canva Pro really has me saving lots of time so I can enjoy, afternoons with my niece. Now, there's no idea too big or too small for Canva Pro, and whether you're a novice or you're a professional, really, they do have lots of wonderful things that will be relevant to your interest, darling. You could be a student, or perhaps you're on a marketing team, or you work at a nonprofit, or an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. Canva Pro is really relevant to you, and I promise you that. I wouldn't lie to you, darling. I would never do such a thing. Now, design like a pro with Canva Pro. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use my promo code. Just go to canva.me/bald to get your free 45-day extended trial. That's canva.me/bald. Canva.me/bald. And please have a wonderful day. Yeah.
Support for today's episode comes from Manscaped. Manscaped has the right tools to get the job done quickly, safely, and hygienically. Father's Day is just around the corner, and you probably need a gift for a hairy dad. Make your dad proud this year and get him and yourself the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 and Ultra Smooth Package. You know what they say, like father, like son. The brand new Lawnmower 4.0 and Ultra Smooth Package is perfect for you and the dad in your life to complete your grooming game. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BALD at manscaped.com. My father is so hairy. For the first 25 years of my life, I thought he was the Wolfman from the circus. I realized he is actually from the circus, but he is not the Wolfman. He's just my dad. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is now available in the USA and Canada. What makes this waterproof trimmer different from all other trimmers? Well, let me tell you. This 7,000 RPM trimmer features skin-safe technology to keep your balls in check and has helped reduce manscaping accidents around the world. What great news for your testicles. If you want to get the complete package, the Manscaped Ultra Smooth Package is a 3-step kit to help keep your family jewels protected. Step 1, the Crop Exfoliator, infused with ingredients that can soothe, clear, and keep the skin on and around your groin feeling refreshed, reducing the risk of ingrown hairs by your delicates. Step 2, Crop Gel. See where you're shaving with our unique clear shaving gel just for the groin. Step 3, Time to shave. The Crop Shaver was designed for shaving the groin area with confidence. 3 precision blades include extra wide lubricating strips and a pivoting head for the ultimate groin grooming experience. Stop imagining your dad has it covered because he probably doesn't. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code BALD at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code BALD. It's dad bod season. Time to get smooth.
And we are back.
Yes, we are.
We have a lot of stuff coming up in the show. We're going to have weekly opportunities to talk about
Mary, we're coming at you every week.
celebrity trends,
Yeah.
classic beauty,
Yeah. Fashion faux pas.
yeah, health and fitness,
Yeah.
favorite products.
Favorite products, favorite trends.
And I mean, obviously, the guests especially, I'm really excited because I think
Oh, I'm so sorry. I sat on the shade button. Sorry.
we know so many talented and beautiful people who are going to have really cool insight into it.
like an outrageous amount of access to the most incredibly talented people who often also happen to be incredibly gorgeous.
Gorgeous. And I mean, if you're listening to and you're not like a beauty person, when we're talking about beauty, we're really talking about self-esteem, self-image, trend, fashion, social media, television. I mean,
and humble.
And humble. Don't forget, you're listening to two of the ugliest people anyone's ever seen, sitting in my office, talking into microphones on my computer. So, like, where else are you going to hear unqualified people talk about what it's like to be beautiful?
But you know what I found, though? This is what
It's fun that it's called The Bald and the Beautiful, though, because it suggests that there's us and then our beautiful guest.
Exactly. That's the implication.
Two different
here.
categories.
Yeah, there's two different categories. We fit squarely into one, and then yet to come is the beautiful part.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you remember, but in the movie The Witches of Eastwick, so horse.
Yeah, Veronica Cartwright.
Horse. Anal intercourse.
Yeah. Can we swear on this?
Absolutely.
I don't like being censored in any way.
I surely the fuck don't
I
either,
do
you
not.
goddamn cunt.
I never forget. I was in New York and I was at Condé Nast doing some piece of press that I'm sure was incredible, and I said faggot and they told me I couldn't say it. And I've never remember the feeling of sitting there in a wig and being told I can't say faggot and being like, who can?
Yeah.
If I can't right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't tell me not to say it because it makes you uncomfortable.
it's for, Bob upstairs.
Well, this is The Bald and the Beautiful. And I mean, if anybody, we're hoping to make this kind of interactive. So if you guys want to tweet us with any humiliating beauty stories, fails, successes,
Also, we
questions.
Who is for you the apex, the ultimate, the essence of beauty? Mm-hmm. Who is your beauty? Like maybe from your childhood, from now, has it changed? Who represents to you the ultimate, the only in terms of beauty, glamour, and attractiveness?
I think it tells you a lot about a person.
Yeah. Who? Give me another one. So Burt Reynolds.
Amanda.
Give me another male, or give me
another
guy.
Man.
Yeah, give me
Who's
another
just
guy.
like just kill me gorgeous.
Devastating. Yeah, like just wreck this hole and leave it for dead.
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, John Krasinski.
Okay.
Holy shit. Holy
Would you let
shit.
a battering ram? Yeah.
Yes. Donald Glover.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Beautiful.
Sure. Yeah. You'd let him just like stuff it with dynamite
Annihilation.
and then just
Yeah. I would let him fucking stomp me out like a cigarette. I'll let him break me like I would let him drop a piano on my head. If he was like, I'll have sex with you, but I have this thing where I like to cut people's legs off. I'd be like, I'll get the saw, baby. Like, I'll go for it. I don't care. I would let Tom Hardy come to my family reunion and butcher every last one of my family. And I would watch and jerk off
relatives
while it happens.
Just let him go to town.
Yeah.
He would kiss me on the cheek.
Well, do you want to invite people to subscribe?
Yeah, hey, folks at home, why don't you go ahead and press that subscribe button? Smash that button.
Because we're going to have new episodes every single week.
That's 52 episodes a year. You better believe it.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised it took us this long to start a podcast.
No shit. Well,
we've been doing for almost, I think, 5 years.
5 years.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy. But if we really look at the formula, you overworked and me completely unstable. So
it has to be that magic zone where you're not naked in someone's yard and I'm not on an international tour.
Yeah, you have a slight window of availability that I can creep through half clothed and sweating.
If off the chance I come home and she's already in my house uninvited, naked, teeth chattering, I'm like, let's just get a microphone and talk it through.
I want to go on a journey, and I want the listeners to come in the back seat with us.
I am too. I think obviously we're really good at having fun, light conversation, but we accidentally touch on nuggets sometimes in a good way. I don't like to admit we help people, but I think we do.
So we're basically like, you can think about it like this: like we're in the driver's in the passenger. We're driving a car. You're in the back seat. We're going cross country over beauty land.
How old am I?
How old are you? 23.
Okay.
Yeah, and when
I'm in a car seat.
Yeah, you're in a car seat.
Got it.
And we're driving, not drunk, but every once in a while we're gonna clip some mirrors and we're gonna get and uncover some truths.
As an avid podcast listener, let me explain something too. Yeah. On iTunes and all that, the algorithm understands likes and reviews.
R&R, baby.
So please subscribe. Literally go to the review section. I don't care what you write.
Actually, I do. So.
I don't care if you write these two fags need to jump off a cliff, but for some reason the algorithm understands. Did you know this? It understands reviews and ratings and likes.
Mama, math, numbers.
But it could be all negative reviews, and I think it still understands it.
Really? Well, let's keep it positive.
Let's keep it positive.
Let's keep it positive.
Keep it beautiful.
If you ain't got nothing good to say, why don't you just shut the fuck up and stay the fuck home?
Since it's called The Bald and the Beautiful, do you think we should have some kind of like, stay beautiful, like sign out? Is that too much? Team too much?
I don't know. I'm not sold on that one.
Okay, what about different voices?
Stay beautiful. Or no, shine on, bald, and stay beautiful. God. Yeah. Shine on.